if you're an internet entrepreneur or a business owner, you're probably running multiple tools to manage your business, right? Maybe three, four, five, six different pieces of software. But that might be actually holding you back from achieving the results that you're trying to get. So you need a system. And I've actually built a system called First Party. As an internet entrepreneur myself, I needed the tools all in one place that could actually help me manage the business in a more efficient and streamlined way. Because we all get bombarded today, with different subscriptions and different costs for this and that, and it all starts to add up. But what if there was a place where you could just do everything that you need to do, set it up once, and then just focus on the main thing that's actually going to drive results, which is content? And YouTube, which I'm very bullish on, is the biggest streaming platform on the planet, without a doubt. So if you're not creating content on this platform specifically, you are going to be missing a trick. And businesses that tend to show up first on YouTube are the ones that are actually going to capitalize off of the attention that their niche or their category or their industry can get just by having a presence on YouTube. And I see so many businesses today where they have maybe, I don't know, an outdated Facebook page, an X page that hasn't posted since 2021. And then they have high costs for their business, whether it's Google ads or Meta ads. And the reason why they're having such high costs is mainly because they don't have a presence online. So they're not benefiting from organic traffic. And when I say organic traffic, what I mean is people discovering them and their business through YouTube. Now, YouTube is primarily a search-based engine, okay? It's partnered with Google, and that is all baked into it, the platform. So if you are, let's say, a service business, you essentially want to be showing up first on YouTube because customers and clients are going to lean more towards the business who has a physical presence. So I have, close to 70 videos on this channel specifically. I have other channels that have done millions of views on short form. So I'm very much aware that you have to have a combination of content in order for people to discover you and actually like you and trust you to actually make a purchasing decision. So if we think about what Google has said, they have said it requires 7 hours of content that a customer or client has to see of yours before they make a buying decision. And people talk about trust online, okay? And I've actually built something that measures that in first party called the trust score. And this basically calculates all of the minutes of content that you've got online to actually show, okay, well, this is your actual trust score. This is how many minutes you have of content going out on this particular subject. And because it's actually free, there's no real reason why you as a business owner should not be creating content on this platform. It's one of the most, if not the most, established creator platforms. It has the best ad share and revenue generation. It has the most credibility. If you think about YouTube as a whole, it's been out since what, 2006? And other platforms have come up since then. However, none don't really compare to YouTube when it comes to revenue generation and discovery and credibility. And when you see a creator or a business with that shiny YouTube plaque, which I can't wait to get mine. But when you see that, that that business has actually put in a lot of effort, right? They put in a lot of effort. They put in the work to actually create these videos, which work as mini assets. So I want to break this down for you. Video is and will be the next greatest asset class that the world has ever seen. It's already happening in front of our eyes right now. However, people don't actually know that this is happening underneath. So, what do I mean by that? Well, each video can actually provide value whilst you're not available. Meaning, you post a video, somebody's going to see it. But how YouTube works and how it works is it's getting shown, and the videos are getting shown to people at different times, right? People discover things in different times. So you could have posted a video, let's say in April of 2026, but somebody might see that video in, I don't know, July of 2028. but you didn't have to create the same video again. It was just the same video that's getting shown to people at a different rate. And that has information locked in this, moment of time that can provide value to that person who's watching. So the more of these mini assets that you have for your business on YouTube, the better it's going to be for you, for lead generation, for client discovery, and just general brand. Because I don't know about you, but when I'm looking to purchase a product, let's say, or a service, most of the time I'm looking on YouTube to see, do they have content that I can watch? Can I get into, the owner, the founder? Can I learn something about what it is that they do in their story? Because these are the things that people are factoring in subconsciously before they make a decision. So if you think you don't actually have a presence, or if you don't have a presence on YouTube, you could be, selling yourself short. And you might have the best business, right? You might have the best service, you might have the best Google reviews, etc., etc. But we have to admit, content is the thing that is driving people's decisions. It happens in shopping with TikTok Shop, shoppable videos. It happens on Instagram. We have automation such as ManyChat, where people are throwing content on their story, on their reels, and then they'll say, comment the word X. You might have seen this before. Comment the word X, and I'll send you the free X. Okay, that is an automation. That's driving transactions, that's driving bookings. But you see, with YouTube, it's free for now. Okay, it might not be free forever. So better still, in this AI era that we are in, it's better to have human facing content first that can actually attract the people who you want for your business as customers. Because I think personally, this is just my take, I believe that humans are going to get fatigued with all of the AI this and AI that. And I purposely, even as a developer, don't really go to town with putting in so much automated AI stuff. I use AI in development for sure, but I think there is a value in the human interactions that we have. Because if everything is AI, then we're all just machines talking to machines, operating with machines, working on machines. So these are the things that actually take into consideration and think about when you're looking at YouTube as a salesperson and a lead generation process for you. So I hope that video was helpful. I'll see you on the next one.